Hi guys, I'm going to show you another experiment, and yes, it's going to be about a rainbow, and I'm hoping it would be things that you already have at home so no one has to go out to the stores to get them, where you can do your own rainbow. I'm not going to tell you exactly what's going to happen because I want you to maybe become a scientist and make a hypothesis of what may happen when we make this rainbow. Now I'm also going to tie it into a how-to book. So first thing I'm going to tell you are the items you need. And you need the distilled white vinegar, you need a cup or a measuring cup, you need baking soda, and you need food coloring. And I'm using a turkey baster, even though you can use a medicine dropper, if you have one of those. If you don't, this works just fine. So if your parents or your grandparents have baked a turkey, you can use the baster, and you need a plate or a cookie tray. So just like in our how-to books, I have my items you need. Baking soda, food coloring, liquid food coloring, vinegar, plate, and a dropper or a baster, whatever you have at home. I can tell you, you want to use the liquid food coloring because I tried this yesterday with gel food coloring and it didn't work so well. So these are the items I need. The first thing you're going to do, because remember when you do a how-to book, you need to put them in sequence and use the correct wording. So first, I'm going to sprinkle the baking soda onto the plate, or if you're using a cookie tray, you would use the cookie tray, all right? And you can see some of my baking soda is a little chunky, so I'm just gonna break it up a little bit. And then I'm just kinda gonna shake the baking soda a little bit, kinda shake it around the plate. It's okay if your whole plate's not covered, all right? So that's first. First, you put the baking soda on the plate or the cookie tray. Next, I'm going to take my food coloring. And as long as you're careful, I bet your moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas, aunts and uncles will let you do this. So I'm just going to drip it any old way I want on my baking soda. So there's some red. I'm going to use some yellow. Now I could really, I didn't think of this. You could even put the yellow on top of the red because that would make what color? You guessed it, orange. Now I'm going to put some green. Ooh. And like I said, it doesn't matter how you do it. I'm just kind of dripping it all over my baking soda. And then I'm going to use blue. Now, what would happen if I put the blue on top of the red? What color would that make? You guessed it. It would make purple, wouldn't it? Okay, so just, ooh, kind of a big glob there, that's okay. All right. Now I'm not putting the caps back on my food coloring just to save time, but of course you want to be sure and put the caps back on because you wouldn't want it to get on your counter or stain or anything like that. So first, you put the baking soda onto the plate. Then you drop the liquid food coloring on top of the baking soda. Next, you would pour your vinegar into a cup or a measuring cup, whatever you have, And then I'm going to use my dropper, or in this case, I'm using my baster, and I'm going to suck up some of the vinegar, and I'm going to put it on top of my baking soda. Now, before I do that, take a moment to think, what might happen to this lovely baking soda? Think about it. Think about our experiment with the teeth, the egg, and what the vinegar did to our tooth that was soaking in it. It was potent enough that it caused the enamel to disappear. It ate the enamel away from our tooth. So think about this. It's kind of like acid. Remember we said the vinegar was like acid on our teeth? Well, in this case, it's going to act like acid also. And what is in baking soda? When the two come together, it's going to do something, I think, pretty interesting. So I have my vinegar ready to go. I hope you're ready. Here we go. Now again, you probably can do this as long as you're careful and don't get it all over the counter. I'm sure grandma, grandpas, moms, and dads will let you do this as well. So here we go. Check it out. My rainbow is coming to life. It's a fizzing rainbow. Look at that. Pretty neat. I hope you can hear it fizzing. Does everybody hear it fizzing? I hope so. I remember some of you thought the vinegar was kind of stinky in class, but it sure makes a neat rainbow, doesn't it? So there's our finished fizzing rainbow. All right. So again, for a how-to book, first thing you need to do, list your materials that you will need so that your reader knows, well, what do I need to do this project or learn how to ride a bike, whatever it may be you're teaching us. You list your items, all right? Then, in this case, first, sprinkle the baking soda onto the plate. Then, take your food coloring, sprinkle it, drop it over the baking soda. Next, you take your dropper or your baster and you drop the vinegar over the baking soda. And last, you sit and enjoy your fizzing rainbow. Of course, the last thing you will do is clean up your mess, right? Because we can't leave this plate there. And you probably need to wait for mom and dad, grandma and grandpa to help you clean up this mess. I just put mine down the sink, no problem, but so you will need some help cleaning that up. And there is my fizzing rainbow / how to make a fizzing rainbow video. I hope you liked it, kiddos. Miss you. Hope to see you soon.